And when you laugh, it gets so much worse too. They just go to nothing.
Fucking just rest them on. Just fucking rest them on. There's some fucking.
They're like tiny turbos. Come on.
Rest them on them bitches.
Boob shelves.
What's up, guys? We are back at Hayden's as usual. Had a pretty fun live stream last night. If you guys were there, appreciate it. We did not do a burnout, unfortunately, but if you're watching this, then you probably already saw the burnout live session that we did on Saturday. So yeah, I guess we got a couple of things on the list to do today. We took the advice of, I can't remember who ended up saying that, but we're actually doing lists every time now to keep ourselves organized. So today we got everything, I think pretty much everything that we need for the steering, except for some tube and some threaded rod. So we're gonna try to locally source that. If we can find those two things here, then we got everything that we need to actually complete the steering stuff, which is huge. We'd actually be able to see how it turns and everything and look at the angles and whatnot. So that's really cool. That's motivating. We'll see if we can get that done. The steam port assembly, a little fitting that we needed to complete the steam port stuff, actually go into the spacer.
Hey, is it not fitting in here?
Yeah, it's in there.
Is that little radiator?
Yeah. So we'll be able to complete that, which will be nice. Yep. What else? Removable radiator support. Okay, so right now we have the upper radiator support able to come out, but we haven't made a nice like bracket setup, or that we had to mangle it up a little bit on the edges when we took out the bolts. So we want to actually make some nice plates at the end of that so it's easily removable, because we always want that to be removable. That's kind of our main way we want to take the motor out, is to take everything out of the front, take that off, and just slide the motor out forward. So we'll probably mess with that today. We'll see if we can get a bumper. If we can get a front bumper here, because we ordered one but it didn't show up, and we couldn't borrow a friend's in time. So if we can find somebody local, we're gonna ask on the live stream today. We could then go in to start actually mocking up, making cardboard cutouts of the size of radiator that we're thinking of using and the intercooler setup, so that we can get an idea of what we need to order, or if we need to do a custom one. I think we're gonna have to do some custom stuff to make it the way we actually want it, but we'll see. Those are the things we're gonna mess with today. I'm also messing with the Falcon, so Tanya is gonna be doing the majority of the video today. Which she's super nervous about. Because I gotta work a little bit on the Falcon. That's gonna be in a separate video. Yeah, Hayden's out doing something right now. He'll be right back in, and then we'll get started on everything. Goddamn.
Fuck haters.
Okay. Hayden's very...
I've been feeling what the fuck is it? Ornery.
Horny? What? Weird.
Ornery?
So we got the steering column. Yeah. We got the steering column figured out. Hayden, we did a little bit of chopping of the stock joint.
This is version 3.
The double.
This is version 3.0.
We didn't show the other version, so they don't know what version.
I don't care. But
we tried a couple of different things.
Yeah, we came to the best solution after after looking at it for a little bit.
Yeah, super simple. So there's a joint that's already at the end of the factory steering column. And we didn't want to add another joint because obviously we needed one down by the steering rack. So, because if we had 3, we were going to need a bearing to kind of keep that center. So figured out a way to just go the shaft directly to the factory joint on the shaft, all the way down to the joint that's on the steering rack, and it works great. It's really smooth. And it's as simple as can be. I mean, it's literally just a shaft we're doing too. We got really lucky that the angle worked out. So yeah, it goes to the factory hole, and then at the bottom it just barely clears the motor mount. And yeah, everything steers nice and smooth. Here, turn the wheel. You gonna turn it? Or what? Oh, you're turning it super slow. Just go in and out with it. Just go in and out with it.
He's so fucking sexual all the time.
Dude, we've been doing it all day long now.
Caleb.
Ta-da! That makes me happy.
Yep. Yeah, so works well. Super simple setup. Now we just got to figure out how to
Look,
attach.
show him the flick of the wrist.
Well, it's not attached to the tires, so I mean to the wheel. The steering wheel's so bent up. Max, what the hell did you do to this steering wheel?
Pretty freaking boss.
It's bent as shit. So we'll probably get a new steering wheel because that thing is bent like a son of a bitch. But yeah, really happy with that. Hayden had his friend that works at a machine shop machine us a little spacer bracket, basically. We need to be able to like laterally move the steering, I guess, bar or whatever backward. And then obviously we got to go up. So we got a couple of connections that we still need to do to go to the wheel, which I'm not sure if we'll be able to do today. We'll see if we can find the materials locally. But yeah, this is really good to get it to the steering rack at least. All right, so I'll redo that. All right, so wait, are you getting ready to impact something?
No.
Oh,
Wait.
okay. Oh, he sounds so angry when he says that.
Huh?
No, I'm waiting.
No, I'm gonna wait. How the fuck else am I supposed to say? I'm not an actor, goddammit. No, I'm gonna wait.
What? No, what was that supposed to be?
I was trying to sound fucking like, I was trying to sound not mad.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
you sound not mad.
God.
Now I'm gonna wait. Now I still sound like a dick. That's just how I talk, I guess. I don't know.
Oh man. Okay, so it's Sunday. Hayden's waiting. No, it's Sunday, and the only thing that we ended up getting through with was the steering stuff, which we showed you guys. We ended up doing a kind of a victory burnout with the Falcon. Hayden did a burnout in the Falcon that was way better than the one with Liam.
The rite of passage.
Yeah, kind of sad about it.
But I mean, Liam doesn't need a rite of passage. I mean, it's already kind of proved itself.
That's true. We just kind of came in here, and it was just because we were able to. We needed a little stress relief. This was like, the car is done. It's ready for the dyno. Fucking burnout.
Yep.
So that was good. But that's why we used the rest of the day to kind of set that up. We went live with you guys. Go look at that video, actually, if you haven't seen it already. It's a quick one. It shows like half an hour. Just it's us waiting for everybody to get in, and then we do a pretty gnarly burnout at the end of it. So if you haven't seen that, go watch that. It's also probably a couple of clips in the Falcon video where we actually wrap up the tuning portion of it before we go to the dyno. So there's 2 videos you can go and see that burnout in. So check it out, different angles on each. I forgot to mention one more little thing that we did yesterday was we finished these steam port lines up. So we had it all mocked up and everything, but nothing was tight, and we hadn't shortened this line yet. So this line is now going into the spacer, the water pump spacer. I showed this a couple of times, but we actually finally fitted it. So it should return whatever air in there back into the system before it goes into the radiator. So hopefully that works out. Never done it this way before. I've never even actually used them, so. Worst case scenario, it works the same way even without them. Okay, so we ended up using Hayden's nifty difty turbo mount thingy to figure out and decide the final placement for the turbos so that we can start figuring out, you know, where everything else is gonna go based off of that. So that's gonna give you kind of the idea of where they're gonna go. This side's gonna mirror that as well. But yeah, pretty stoked about that placement. It's actually gonna work out quite well with where we wanna go with the downpipes. We kind of wanted to go out of that fender anyway. So that's kind of pointing the turbo very close to where we wanna go.
Yeah.
So, pretty excited to see that, and we should be able to still use stock manifolds. And then just have the, you know, cut off the flange and have the feed come out into the turbo.
Yep.
So it sounds like that's gonna work out pretty good. The other thing, Jeff just let us know that they're prepping the rear end and everything. I'll try to put up a picture right now showing that, but they got it all prepped, cut down to the length that we need it at. They got the ends welded on and everything, right?
Yeah.
So all they need to do is order the axles to the length that they have now. And it should be good. So that might be, I mean, maybe next weekend or definitely the following weekend, as long as they get us the axles in a decent time. So excited. We'll start being able to do rear end stuff, which is cool. But we looked at all the front end stuff, like the radiator and the intercooler, and I'm pretty positive we have all the dimensions to actually order stuff this week. So I'm gonna try to definitely get a radiator. We'll see if I can get the intercooler going as well. We're going to talk to Justin about that and see if maybe we can do one of his builder kits that he's thinking about doing. We'll talk about that more if we end up going that direction. Other than that, I think that's it. We're gonna go mess around with the Falcon a little bit. You'll see that in another video. Just finishing that off before we say it's 100% ready for the dyno, even though the burnout was a pretty good test.
Yeah, I say the burnout was a pretty good test. That we ain't gonna have no issues.
No, we're gonna have no issues. But we're trying to get picky about it. You know, we want it to run really, really good. Daily driving stuff, you know, getting picky.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive it back and forth from the shop to the house a couple times this week and just make sure that we have no issues. Drive it how I would want it to be drove, and
There we
they'll
go.
probably drive it less.
Drove.
Drove, driven, whatever.
Just talking shit. Yeah, so it should be good. We're gonna beat the crap out of it on the dyno. That'll be the live session for next weekend, or for tomorrow, essentially. So yeah, that'll be the first time doing that. Bear with us on that. But as usual, just like, subscribe, share, and check out the Falcon video while you're at it. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.